Hi, it's Greg Wallace, Senior Editor at Hotel Business Magazine. I'm here with Vinay Patel, Chair of AHOA. Thank you for joining us, Vinay.
That's great to be here.
Great. I think the question that's on so many people's minds right now is, how is the search for a new president and CEO of AHOA going? Anything you can reveal to us?
Yeah, I know that's a big burning question for not only outside but inside as well. You talk about our team members, our members that are out there as at large. What's going on there? We're getting there. We're obviously going through the interview process in terms of what we need to find, and we'll find somebody. And I'll tell you that we've got a good amount of resumes that have come in already. We've been reviewing those, and we're interviewing through the process here. And so, and the main thing here is that I wish I could tell you that we're going to have somebody by the convention. Maybe not. Again, our goal here is to make sure that we find the right leader. We don't want to be pushed into a situation where we got to have somebody within the next 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. So, but we're getting close, and I think we'll find somebody that'll make a huge difference in our industry in the long term.
We're nearing the end of your tenure as chairman. What accomplishments do you think you've had in the last year?
Yeah, it's been a challenging, I guess that's probably the best word to use for in terms of my chairmanship. It's been a shortened chairmanship as well. It's only 8 months since August till April.
Right.
And so the thing is, the one word that I use, for my chairmanship is going to be change. And what I mean by change is that the association has evolved. We've all changed, right? I mean, you go through the pandemic, you go through all the stuff that as human beings, we've all changed over the last 24 months. And so we have to pivot to that change. And so I think the association is a reflection of that. And so when you look at the fact that, hey, what's happening, and I'm proud and privileged of the fact that I'm in the middle of the change. Right. I'd rather be in that middle of the change, in the decision making, to make that change happen. And so I think we've got some good things ahead. Is it going to be perfect? No, it's not going to be perfect. We've got a lot of bumps ahead as well, looking ahead. But I think at the end of the day, when I look back 5, 10 years from now, I think the changes that we're making today will be beneficial to the industry as a whole.
You said the last 24 months have really turned the world and the hospitality industry upside down. Where do you think we are as an industry?
You talk about looking ahead, and I think that we've seen the worst, and I feel like I see light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, you've got a lot of things going ahead. You can't get any worse than where we're right now. Then you're at the bottom of the bottom, and in terms of how you grow back. And it's pockets, right? There's certain markets that are doing much better than others are. But I think at the end of the day, we've got some good runway ahead of us to make sure that this industry is prosperous for a long time.
What initiatives does AHOA have coming up for the coming year and beyond?
One of the things that we're looking ahead, and obviously this past year we did the Oxford study. Before we were able to say, hey, look, we own X amount of hotels and whatever, but we just had never any proof of it or any kind of strong data behind it. I think with the Oxford study, that kind of shows you where we're at. And so when you look ahead at the industry as an association for us, the fundamentals are still there. I mean, people may say, hey, look, we don't have a president and CEO just yet. We've gone through so many presidents and CEOs over the last probably 2 years or so. But at the end of the day, the fundamentals of the association, which is backed by the Oxford study in terms of what we own and operate, in terms of what we, in the lodging industry as a whole, is still strong. So I think looking ahead, how do you kind of take advantage of a lot of this stuff? Franchising is a big issue for us. OTAs and third parties is a big issue for us. These are some of the challenges that we're facing, and that's always been an issue over the last so many years. I think even looking ahead, that's going to be a constant battle. And so our goal as an association is, how do you kind of mitigate that? How do you help our members out? How do you help the industry out, mitigate some of these issues that we're having? So that's going to be one of our focus over the next 12 to 24 months.
Well, Vinay, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me out here. Thank you very much.